Trustee Zalick.
Here.
Trustee Gieser.
Here.
Trustee Fruzzoloni. Here. Trustee McCarthy.
Here.
Mayor Savarino.
Here. Please stand and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. There a motion to approve the minutes of our September 19, 2022 Village Board meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by trustee McCarthy, seconded by trustee Zalick. Clerk, call the roll.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Garvey.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Gieser.
Aye.
Trustee Fruzzoloni. Abstain.
Under listening posts, we have.
I'm sorry, Mayor.
Aye.
One more. Trustee McCarthy.
Oh.
Okay, gotcha.
She had a call from my vote.
Oh,
I wasn't fast enough. Sorry, Mayor.
he's here, he's okay. Under listening posts, we have an introduction of Assistant Planner Bravo Brashisha. Did I pronounce that right? Close enough?
Yeah. Well, good evening, Mayor and trustees. I'm pleased to introduce our new assistant planner today. First day was today, Bravo Barisha. He's going to come on up and tell you a little bit about himself, and I let him know I didn't think there would be any questions from the board, so.
So you lied. No questions from Zalick.
Thanks, Don. Yeah, I'm Bravo. A little bit about me. Educationally, my background is in communications, and I also have a background in GIS. Professionally, I spent close to a year working for the Kendall County government. After that, I joined a civil engineering firm out of Lisle. So I did some civil engineering analysis work. And then after that, I joined Carroll Stream. So I'm the new assistant planner and very excited to be here.
Well, welcome aboard. John, don't you have a question for him?
I do have one question.
Oh, boy.
All the new employees, part of the screening is, if you're a Cubs fan or a Sox fan. And your answer is?
I like the Cubs, but Tim Anderson's my favorite player.
Okay, all right. Stick around. You can stick around.
No, you can't sit on the fence on that.
Nicely
Welcome
played.
aboard.
You'd think staff by now would have them put that as part of their introduction speech.
The last person was prepped.
Well, welcome aboard.
Yes, welcome.
Where did you grow up? Around? Like
Around?
Carroll Stream or?
Not a weeknight.
So you didn't lead with, I lived in Carroll Stream.
Where did you go to high school then? Okay.
Welcome aboard.
Any other questions? He had opportunity when he was at the mic to answer instead of long distance. Like,
Yeah. Well, he ran, he knew.
okay, so we
Zalick's
go.
here.
John was going to ask him, what's the problem with Fields as quarterback for the Bears? No?
You don't have to get touchdowns.
Okay, we ready then? Okay. Proclamation designating October National Community Planning Month. Whereas change is consistent and affects all cities, towns, suburbs, counties, boroughs, townships, rural areas, and other places. And whereas community planning and plans can help manage this change in a way that provides better choices for how people work, live, and play. And whereas the village benefits of planning requires public officials and citizens who understand, support, and demand excellence in planning and plan implementation. And whereas the month of October is designated as National Community Planning Month throughout the United States of America and its territories. And whereas the American Planning Association endorses National Community Planning Month as an opportunity to highlight high planning is essential to recovery and how planners can lead communities to equitable, resilient, and long-lasting recovery. And whereas the celebration of National Community Planning Month gives us the opportunity to publicly recognize the participation and dedication of the members of the Plan Commission Zoning Board of Appeals and other citizen planners who have contributed their time and expertise to the improvement of the village of Carroll Stream. And whereas we recognize the many valuable contributions made by professional community and regional planners of the village of Carroll Stream and extend our heartfelt thanks for the continued commitment to public service by these professionals. Now therefore, be it proclaimed that I am Mayor Frank Severino, Sr., and the Board of Trustees of Carroll Stream, Dupage County, Illinois, in its exercise of its homeroom powers, do hereby designate October 2022 as National Community Planning Month. Proclaim this third day of October 2022. Next one would be, and that was going to be proclamation designating October Manufacturing Month, and that will be read by Trustee McCarthy.
Whereas our country, our state, and our community were founded and developed on manufacturing, and whereas manufacturing has held a prominent place in the Carroll Stream business community since its inception, and whereas manufacturing employs over 54,000 people in over 3,500 businesses in Dupage County, and manufacturing is the fifth largest industry in the county, and whereas Carroll Stream is a desired location for manufacturing businesses based on its proximity to major expressways, major arterial roadways, O'Hare International Airport, and Dupage County Airport. And whereas Carroll Stream is home to more than 100 manufacturing businesses totaling over 4 million square feet of space in a variety of industries, including automotive parts manufacturing, food production, metal fabrication, paper processing, commercial cooking equipment manufacturing, and packaging material manufacturing. Therefore, be it proclaimed that Mayor Frank Savarino, Sr. and the Board of Trustees of Carroll Stream, Dupage County, Illinois, in the exercise of its home rule powers, do hereby designate October 2022 as Manufacturing Month in the Village of Carroll Stream and call upon the community to celebrate and acknowledge the contribution manufacturing has made and continues to make to our community. Proclaim this third day of October 2022.
Thank you, Trustee McCarthy. The next one would be proclamation designating October Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and that will be read by Trustee Zalick.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This proclamation designating October Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Whereas the Village of Carroll Stream recognizes that it plays a vital role in identifying, protecting its citizens from, and responding to cybersecurity threats that may have significant impact to our individual and collective safety and privacy. And whereas critical infrastructure is increasingly reliant on the support of information systems and technology. And whereas cybersecurity education and awareness is crucial for everyone, including large corporations, small businesses, financial institutions, schools, government agencies, the home user, and anyone who connects to the internet, be it with a computer, mobile phone, or other internet-connected device. And whereas the Stop, Think, Connect campaign serves as the National Cybersecurity Public Awareness Campaign implemented through a coalition of private companies, nonprofit, government organizations, and academic institutions working together to increase the public's understanding of cyber threats and empowering Americans to be safer and more secure online. And whereas the National Institute of Standards and Technology Cybersecurity Workforce Framework is a free resource to help organizations, both large, small, public, and private, improve their cybersecurity practices. And whereas the federal government of the United States of America, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, the Multi-State Information Sharing and Analysis Center, the National Association of State Chief Information Officers, and the National Cybersecurity Alliance all recognize October as Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and all citizens are encouraged to visit these websites along with the Village of Carroll Stream at www.carrollstream.org/IT to learn about cybersecurity. Now therefore be it proclaimed that Mayor Frank Severino Sr. and the Carroll Stream Board of Trustees do hereby proclaim that the Village of Carroll Stream is officially supporting Cybersecurity Awareness Month 2022. Proclaim this third day of October 2022. And I would like to personally thank our IT department for constantly keeping our village safe against cyber attacks.
Thank you, trustee Zalick. The next one will be a proclamation designating October 2022 Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and trustee Fruzzoloni will read that one.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Proclamation designating October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Whereas each year an estimated 281,550 women and 2,650 men in the United States will be diagnosed with breast cancer, making it the second most commonly diagnosed cancer in women and the second leading cause of cancer death among women in our country. And whereas in 2022, an estimated 290,560 new cases of invasive breast cancer are expected to be diagnosed nationally, along with 51,400 new cases of non-invasive breast cancer. And whereas in 2020, there were approximately 2.26 million global cases diagnosed with breast cancer. 685,000 were diagnosed, of those diagnosed have died. And whereas the overall 5-year survival rate for those diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer is 95%. And when diagnosed at stage 1, the 5-year survival rate is 99%. And whereas a mammogram is the single most effective method of early detection and has an 80 to 90% detection rate for women with no symptoms. And whereas the Dupage County Health Department provides free breast cancer screenings for uninsured women between the ages of 40 and 64. Now therefore be it proclaimed that Mayor Frank Severino Sr. and the Board of Trustees of Carroll Stream, Dupage County, Illinois, in the exercise of its home rule powers, does hereby designate October Breast Cancer Awareness Month in Carroll Stream and encourages residents to become proactive with their health and recommend they regularly consult their physician about periodic screenings, regular clinical breast examinations, and mammograms, as well as conducting monthly breast self-exams. Proclaimed this third day of October 2022.
Thank you, trustee Fruzzoloni. The next one on our agenda is proclamation proclaiming October 2022 Arts Dupage Month, and that will be read by trustee Gieser.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Proclaiming October 2022 Arts Dupage Month. Whereas the arts, culture, and humanities are the embodiment of all things beautiful and entertaining in the world, the enduring record of human achievement, and whereas the arts, culture, and humanities enhance every aspect of life in the village of Carroll Stream, improving our economy, enriching our civic life, driving tourism, and exerting a profound positive influence on the education of our children. And whereas arts education research shows that the arts help to foster discipline, creativity, imagination, self-expression, and problem-solving skills, while also helping to develop a heightened appreciation of beauty and a cross-cultural understanding. And whereas the arts, culture, and humanities play a unique and intrinsically valuable role in the lives of our families in our country, and whereas the arts sector in Dupage County consists of 2,272 arts-related businesses and accounts for 4.2% of the total number of businesses in the region, a larger share of the economy than transportation, tourism, agriculture, and construction. Whereas the arts provide full-time employment for over 15,000 workers in Dupage County, and whereas the month of October has been recognized as Arts Dupage Month by Arts Dupage and the arts and cultural organizations in all the communities within the county. Now, therefore, be proclaimed that Mayor Frank Severino and the Carroll Stream Village Board of Trustees, Dupage County, Illinois, in the exercise of its home rule powers, do hereby proclaim October 2022 Arts Dupage Month in the Village of Carroll Stream and call upon all citizens to celebrate and promote the arts and culture in Dupage County, proclaimed this third day of October, 2022.
Thank you, trustee Geiser.
you.
Mr. Miller, I just noticed, we have no attorney tonight, huh? He is on his way. He's on his way.
So we should be careful what we say.
Tia, do we have any,
We have not received any online public comments.
did anybody bother to check? There was none in the back? Okay, well, I just looked over. I'd never have a meeting without an attorney. I just looked over and it's like, we're half done, and it's like, okay.
I'll fill in until he gets here.
Well, I saw you. That was good, just knowing you're there. I know that's good. Okay, is there a motion to establish a consent agenda?
So moved?
Second.
Moved by trustee McCarthy, seconded by trustee Frizzaloni. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Garvey.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Geiser.
Aye.
Trustee Frizzaloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, would you please read what is on the consent agenda?
Certainly. Board and Commission reports, Plan Commission Zoning Board of Appeals, Tyndale House Ministries, 504 South Schmale Road, zoning map amendment, amendment to a special use permit for a planned development, zoning variation, plat of consolidation, recommended approval with conditions 6-0.
Yes.
Yes.
Prestige Donuts Dunkin', 317 South Schmale Road, amendment to a special use permit for a planned development, amendment to a special use permit for a drive-through, recommended approval with conditions 6-0.
Yes.
Yes. 206 Brewing Company, 600 East North Avenue, special use permit for a microbrewery, recommended approval with conditions 6-0.
Yes.
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 Staff reports and recommendations. Town Center Fountain Repairs Phase 2. Approval of a construction services contract with Fountain Technologies Limited for Town Center Fountain mechanical and electrical improvements in the amount of $642,226.29.
Yes.
Yes.
Approval of the sample independent contractor agreement and addendums for snow plowing and authorizing the village manager to sign agreements with listed firms and rates, which include AJD Concrete Construction Corp., Abbott Tree Care, and Aspen Snow and Ice.
Yes.
Yes.
Ordinances. Ordinance approving a zoning map amendment to rezone property from the B3 General Business District to the OS Office and Service District. Tyndale House Ministries, 504 South Schmale Road.
Yes.
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 That is ordinance number 2022-10-43. Ordinance approving an amendment to a special use permit for a planned development in a rear yard building setback variation. Tyndale House Ministries, 504 South Schmale Road.
Yes.
Yes.
That is ordinance number 2022-10-44. Ordinance approving an amendment to a special use permit for a planned development and an amendment to a special use permit for a drive-through. Prestige Donuts, Inc., Dunkin', 317 South Schmale Road.
Yes.
Yes.
That is ordinance number 2022-10-45. Ordinance amending Chapter 11 Intoxicating Liquor, Article 2, Alcoholic Liquor Dealers of the Village of Carroll Stream Code of Ordinances in regard to microbreweries.
Yes.
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 That is ordinance number 2022-10-46. Ordinance approving a special use permit for a microbrewery, 206 Brewing Company LLC, 600 East North Avenue.
Yes.
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 That is ordinance number 2022-10-47. Resolutions. Resolution committing local funds for construction and construction engineering for the Lees Road Bike Path Project between Gary Avenue and Schmale Road, section number 15-00061-00-BT.
Yes.
Yes.
That is resolution number 3276. Resolution authorizing the execution of an Illinois Department of Transportation Local Public Agency Engineering Services Agreement for federal participation with regard to Lees Road Bike Trail Extension from Gary Avenue to Schmale Road with Trans Systems Corporation in the amount of $111,000, section number 15-00061-00-BT.
Yes.
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 That is resolution number 3277.
Resolution authorizing the execution of an Illinois Department of Transportation local public agency formal contract for the Fair Oaks Guardrail and Culvert Replacement Project with Alliance Contractors, Inc. in the amount of $452,315.31. Section number 21-00066-00-MS.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That is resolution number 3278. Resolution accepting a plat of vacation, Geneva Crossing Phase 2, 440 Main Place, PIN number 05-04-304-079.
Yes.
Yes. That is resolution number 3279. Resolution authorizing a plat of consolidation, Tyndale House Ministries, 504 South Schmale Road and 351 Executive Drive, PIN number 05-04-304-079 and 05-04-302-030.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That is resolution number 3280. New business, raffle license application, Corpus Christi Knights of Columbus. Approval of a raffle license and waiver of the fee and manager's fidelity bond for their Oktoberfest dinner raffle to be held at Corpus Christi Church on October 8th, 2022.
Yes.
Yes. Payment of bills, regular bills, September 20th, 2022 through October 3rd, 2022.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Addendum warrants, September 20th, 2022 through October 3rd, 2022.
Yes.
Yes. That concludes the items on the consent agenda.
There a motion to put those items on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second?
Moved by trustee Berger, seconded by trustee Gieser. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Garby.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Gieser.
Aye.
Trustee Frusaloni. Aye. Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve those items by omnibus vote?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by trustee McCarthy, seconded by trustee Zalick. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Garby.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Gieser.
Aye.
Trustee Frusaloni. Aye. Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Under report of officers, we can start right down. Mr. Berger, huh? You could play attorney, too. You can move over to the other seat.
Well, that'll be towards the end. I'll shift over there and make some stuff up, without having a legal degree and all that kind of minor stuff. Trustee Zalick scared away our newest employee, but I would like to welcome Bravo to the village, and I'm sure he'll quickly learn that he's working with a lot of great people and will enjoy himself, and someday we or whoever's sitting up here will be celebrating his 25th anniversary with the village, as seems to happen a lot, and that's a good sign. Second, I was going to play my pre-recorded message congratulating Tia on a great event, because I get tired of saying it every meeting, but, it's a great thing that we get to say that. Fall Fest was a lot of fun. I know it was a long day for you. I forget how many steps you had on your Fitbit, but it was probably 10 times, or not Fitbit, your Apple Watch. Got to be accurate. But it was probably about 10 times what I had, because I just took some pictures and sat down and ate food. But it was a great event. I heard a lot of great comments. People loved the bands, and the inflatables were very crowded there for a while. And then I turned my back, and I turned around again, and all the inflatables were gone. And it wasn't windy. They were taken away. So I was very impressed with how quickly and quietly they took all that away. But anyway, congratulations again, and look forward to many more TIA events. Oh, and on that note, I think that we should throw our name in the hat for maybe hosting the Olympics one year, and then we can have Tia organize it. I think she's up for it now. That's the end of my report.
Thank you, trustee Berger. Trustee Garvey.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
No report. Trustee Zalick.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First off, I also want to welcome Bravo onto our Carroll Stream family. I'm sure he will learn a lot from that department, and I wish him many, many years of success. I'm again wearing pink today because it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so that's why I'm not wearing my coat. I want to be full pink. So, Tia, great job on Fall Fest. I also attended Dave Reed from the fire department, his retirement luncheon today. And I worked alongside Dave many, many years. We share laughs, and he's a professional that will be truly missed on the fire department. So, you know, he retired as a battalion chief, but great job, Dave, and welcome to retirement. Of course, Hurricane Ian. Just seeing the devastation on the TV, on the Weather Channel, I just felt the need to, if you want to donate, go to redcross.org or text Ian to 90999. South Florida, Carolinas, they all need our support. So the devastation is just hard to watch. There is a recycling event coming up with the village, is hosting with other entities at the town center, November 5th. See our website for details in reference to the electronics, pumpkin, and paper shredding. And then just keep our first responders in Florida and the East Coast and our first responders and military in our thoughts and prayers. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Zalick. Trustee Gieser.
Thank you very much. I too would like to congratulate Bravo Berisha for joining our community development team as assistant planner. That's a great news during planning month to get a new planner. Hopefully he'll be here for many, many planning months in the future. I know he'll learn a lot and he'll do a terrific job here. The Halloween decorating contest is in gear. If you've driven around town, you've seen a number of houses already decorated, and some of the mega houses are already up and operational. So if you would like to participate in the decorating contest this year, just nominate your own home or nominate your neighbor's home at decorating contest at carolstream.org. Is that correct, Tia? Decorating contest at carolstream.org?
That is correct.
Okay, we've got a number of nominees already. We're going to have 3 community judges who will join us, and I will drive them around to look at each and every house. We'll also then post pictures of all the houses, so you can go on your own tour of Carol Stream and see all the festivities going on in Carol Stream. It'll be a spectacular tour for you and your family. So hopefully you'll participate in some manner during this holiday, October holiday. Also, and then finally, just one more thing, personally, happy 29th anniversary to my wife, Kim. We celebrated yesterday 29 years of her putting up with me, and hopefully there's 29 more. So thank you very much. That's my report.
Thank you, Trustee Gieser. Those were wonderful pictures that were posted.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Trustee Frizzaloni.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Happy anniversary, by the way. And I just want to say thank you to the board for your support. I've missed the last couple of meetings dealing with a sick parent out of state, which is never an easy thing, but the support from the board has been, it'll get me choked up. I just want to say thank you. It was a very difficult time for my family, and I'm happy to report my dad's doing better. Oh, wait, I wasn't supposed to say it was my dad, sorry. My dad is doing better, but it is still difficult being 1,700 miles away when something happens. So I just want to say thank you so much for holding down the fort. I was extremely happy to be able to come back for Fall Fest. So Tia, great job. I'm sorry that I didn't make it out to the car show, which I heard was phenomenal. And what a great add-on. I mean, it was just, you had something going in the morning, you had something in the afternoon, and the bands were incredible. So I hope that they're going to be potentially in our summer lineup because they were great bands. And people who honestly have not come out to our concert series were complimenting us on the band selection. So hopefully, word of mouth, next year we'll have a couple more people come out for the first band because they were phenomenal. So just want to say thank you and congratulations on a very successful event. I would say wait a little longer on the Olympics. It's a little bit more planning, but I think what you've done for this year was incredible. So I just wanted to say congratulations. And I want to congratulate all the kids that have started school, started college. I'm seeing so many great pictures, And honestly, my son just started college and living his best life, and his friends too. I mean, his friends that, he probably has more friends that decided to stay home and go to College of Dupage. They're taking classes in Carroll Stream, they're taking classes in Glen Ellen, and they are really, really enjoying that they're not only together, but also getting a great education. I am very proud that my son will be starting this week a job on campus with College of DuPage with their police department. So he will be one of their community service students, I believe is what they call it, which would be similar to what we have on our police department. So he is very excited about that. He was one of 10 candidates that was interviewed, and he was the first one offered the job, which with Dominic, everybody understands that. I mean, he walked in there, I didn't even know he was interviewing. He called me afterwards and told me, hey, Mom, I think I've got a new job. So very, very proud of him. He's studying criminal justice, and he is, Chief, just look out in a couple of years for his resume, because he's already saying he wants to come to Carroll Stream. So with that, I just want to wish everyone a happy October, and as Trustee Zalik said, please keep our family, friends, neighbors, and the residents of Florida in your prayers. That was a horrific hurricane. I have friends that had just moved down there and thought, we can stick it out, evacuation, what is that? And all I kept saying is, it's not like a snowstorm, might want to listen, and they did end up evacuating, thankfully, because they were right in the path of as it made landfall. So they are safe, thankfully. So I'm happy to be back. I am very happy that we're going into Halloween season, because I have been seeing the houses that are starting to decorate, which is very exciting. And with that, I will end my report.
Well, first of all, welcome back.
Thank you.
And we are a team, and anybody that needs time for anything, we always manage to work together. So thank you. Your family always comes first.
Thank you.
So thank you for coming back.
Oh, I wasn't staying in Arizona.
Well, Arizona gets pretty nice now to get cold.
It was 109 when we left.
Yeah, well, that's not bad. Trustee McCarthy.
First off, I'll agree with what everybody else said as opposed to repeating it, except for to also welcome Bravo onto the staff. Always good to have some new people come in and learn from the experts we have, because we're very proud of our staff. So it's a great way for us to be able to keep moving on. I read a proclamation designating October Manufacturing Month, and a couple weeks ago we finished up our machine tool show at McCormick Place, and how important manufacturing is to Carroll Stream, but not just Carroll Stream, but the whole U.S. We were actually expecting it to be a very low turnout due to everything going on. And it actually ended up being well over 90,000 people went through the doors at that show. And I think what it shows is companies are figuring out they need to bring some manufacturing back to the U.S. They need to actually have hands-on as opposed to sending it somewhere else. And if something goes wrong, they've had no ability to just turn it back on and start manufacturing. And I think we have to realize that as a country, that we're builders. We make things. We got to get back to that, and we got to get back to it on a much larger scale. It helps our economy, but it keeps people working. But it also keeps those tax dollars and the money spent in the U.S. as opposed to them leaving and the profits going somewhere else. Also, again, as October kicks around, it keeps getting darker earlier and earlier. Kids don't realize that. You know, they're on their bikes still, or they're walking. They're forgetting to look as they get on the street. It's our job as drivers to make sure that they're safe. And again, you pull up to a crosswalk and there's somebody in it, you got to stop. And I think all of us have seen at one point or another people driving right through. And nobody's business they're going to is so important that they can't stop for an extra 12 seconds to let somebody cross a road when they're inside a crosswalk. But I also want the bikers to be a little bit more careful. They tend to shoot out of everywhere, whether it's kids or adults. And if you're on the road, you have a responsibility to follow the rules of the road too if you're on a bike. So please be careful. But everybody, let's look out for each other. We do have a very important election coming up next month. Doesn't matter who you vote for. Just do your homework and make sure you understand who and why you're voting the way you are. There's going to be some tough decisions later on that we want to make sure people are in place who are going to make a decision that is in the best interest of our communities, and not just Carroll Stream, whether it be county board, state, or federal. We want to make sure the people who are representing us are actually representing us. So really do your homework when you're looking at who to vote for and why you're voting for them. And with that, I'll end my report.
Thank you. Very good report, too. Thank you. Tia?
Thank you. I wanted to say thank you to everyone that supported our Fall Fest, and just wanted to say it's been a really fun event season. Great to see the community come out, and it was a lot of fun to experiment with some new concepts, and I'm excited to begin planning for next year. I also wanted to take a moment to thank Trustee Berger as well as Kristen of Cutie Patootie Photography. They helped us out quite a bit this season, taking a lot of amazing photos of our events. And if you'd like to see some highlights of our favorites, you can go to carrollstream.org and click on our photo gallery on the homepage and just see some of the fun events from the season. Make sure to keep in mind, as Trustee Zalik said, we do have that November 5th recycling event coming up, and save the date for Friday, December 2nd for our holiday tree lighting in partnership with the Carroll Stream Park District. Thank you.
While you're up, thank you for a wonderful summer all the way through. I mean, you've been phenomenal. I hear nothing but compliments from people and about everything that we've done all summer, and that's, hey, welcome aboard there. Yeah. Good to see you. Last one in pays the bill. But thank you, Tia. It was a wonderful job. Madam Clerk?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'll keep this brief. Just wanted to also welcome back Trustee Pruzzoloni. We missed you. I'm glad your dad is feeling better.
Thank you.
And also in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I'd like to remind women especially to get their regular mammograms, listen to your doctor. A recent mammogram saved my mother-in-law's life. She was diagnosed with cancer, and they caught it early enough to treat her, so she's going through treatment right now, and she has a good prognosis. So personal story, just please take care of your health, ladies. And then also looking forward to this Wednesday, showcasing our Village of Carroll Stream at Rocco Vino's. We're having our Municipal Clerks of DuPage County meeting there. And thank you to Attorney Rhodes' law firm is going to be presenting, be guest speakers that night. So thank you for doing that. And on that note, I'd like to encourage everyone to shop and dine in Carroll Stream. That's all I have.
Thank you. Madam Clerk? Well, you got here late, but you have a report?
The only thing that I have to say is the attorneys that are coming on Wednesday won't be late.
All righty.
We're glad. I looked down at the other end and you weren't there, and I don't have meetings without an attorney in a room.
Yeah.
I can't believe how smooth it was going without you here. I was thinking about the stuff in the back. Do we have any reports? And you're usually the one that checks, and it's like when I looked down, the seat was empty.
Uh-oh.
But thank you. Welcome. Thank you for getting here at least.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mr. Meller, Village Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Tomorrow morning, Mayor Savarino, Police Chief Homer, and I will be attending a seminar hosted by Dupage Chambers of Commerce on safety in Dupage County. Seminar is being presented by Dupage State's Attorney Bob Berlin, Supreme Court Justice Michael Burke, and Sheriff Jim Mendrick, and will cover impacts of the Safety Act on municipalities beginning next year. Several people have asked about the town center fountain and were wondering why it wasn't running this summer. The fountain is almost 25 years old, needed a complete overhaul. So tonight the village board approved repairs to the fountain, and we plan to have it up and running come spring of 2023. That is all I have.
That's it?
Yep.
I'm glad you brought up tomorrow morning, because that's very important. We've been getting a lot of questions about the Safety Act that a lot of people feel isn't very safety, but we'll see tomorrow. Hopefully, there's like 400 people so far, I think, and I think that's almost the maximum crowd to be able to attend that. And I think there's another one coming up later in the month, if I'm right, I'm not sure. I'd have to look at it, but I think there's 2 meetings that'll be coming up. The second one is open to everybody, from what I understand. And I'm not sure if it's at the Abington or someplace, I know I read it someplace, but this is the one that we wanted to go to because I think this is going to be the most beneficial. It isn't, when you sign a bill at 4 o'clock in the morning and then push it to the House at 5 o'clock in the morning, you know it can't be good. You know, so that is exactly what's happened. We have to get things in that bill changed. I don't know how that's going to happen. I know all the mayors are all 33 or 34, whatever it is, all aboard on the same page. I don't know what they were thinking, but I guess it happens when you start, you got a bill, and I'm going to put this on your bill, and then you got a bill, I'm going to put that, but I'll vote on your bill, you vote on mine, and all at once, it's signed, and there's stuff on there that should have never been put on there. So now we got to figure out a way to get that bill cleaned up before January 1st. Otherwise, it could be very detrimental to everybody in a very bad way. I mean, so we'll see what could happen. Trustee Zalick touched on a little bit about IT, and I have to say, I don't know if everybody realizes, like, Don, how many people sit on the board for planning that you have? Any of them get paid? I mean, we have a planning commission, we have a lot of commissions that our people put on, and they do it because they want to do it for the community. And that's very important that they do that. And we try to select people, like if they're in construction, if they're in different, maybe attorneys. We have a few that are on our pension board that have actual financial planners. I mean, it's important to pick or try to pick the right people to sit on these boards because they don't get paid. And I know they have to go through sometimes a lot of, everybody wants things done, and sometimes you just can't do it that way. So I want to thank our complete staff for all the people that come in and all of the volunteers that sit on all these committees that do this for nothing. So thank you. If you're watching it on television, you could thank them, Don, and for a wonderful job that they do. Other than that, everything else seems to be really good. This has been, you know, the last probably 2 months. Tax dollars are coming in better. Trustee McCarthy called me earlier in the week and said, you think it's time to retire the vehicle sticker completely? And this board decided to put the vehicle sticker on the back burner 2 years ago, and we made it temporary, and it's not time to do it permanently, but we're going to pass it on again. We're not going to do it again, so that, I mean, maybe 2 years from now or whatever it might be, it's a kind of an ace in the hole rather than a property tax to be able to put a vehicle sticker back on. There's been a lot of talk in papers from a lot of towns, they stopped. There's a lot of money floating around in a lot of towns right now that are getting this ARP money, that's getting Washington money, and they're building a lot of things. We're very conservative. We have money, and we're not going to spend it just because we have the money. We're buying what we need. We're paying more for things that we're buying than we would have ever paid before, but we need those things. I know we bought some trucks for Public Works. We had to have them. We bought squad cars that we had to buy. We couldn't get them where we always get them. We had to pay more for them. So everything that we have done, and the fountain was really put off because the bids came in so high, we couldn't, this board and the staff could not recommend to spend that much money at one time to do that fountain. So it's been piecemealed. So we got part of it done before, now we'll get another part done. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean, we just couldn't bring ourselves, because we got the money, just because you got it, you don't just spend it. So we're trying to stretch everything out to make sure if we get a downturn, we're prepared for it like we have been in the past, and we'll always be prepared. So I thank the trustees that call me and say, what about this or what about that? But sometimes this, I know it was a real bad point for everybody with the vehicle sticker. It's gone for now. It's gone the last 2 years. It'll be gone again the third year. Hopefully, we never have to bring it back and everything stays good and everybody will prosper. So Other than that, that ends my report. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Moved by trustee McCarthy, seconded by trustee Frusaloni. Clerk, call the roll.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Garvey.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Geezer.
Aye.
Trustee Frusaloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Meeting is adjourned.